Hello there. Today I want to do a comparison in an RGB saber. So that's where you've got mixes of red light, green light, and blue light, and so you can get colors like purples and oranges and such. And I want to compare what that looks like in a regular blade and a photon blade. Now, I've talked about photon blades before. I love photon blades. What they do is they turn blue wavelengths into a very, very bright green. Blue through a photon blade is going to be brighter than any comparable green. Like with the same LED and everything. And that's actually what this blade has. So this is actually the twin from the box store. It has two LEDs, and when you color change them, it actually goes to the same color. So let me show you. Starts with the blue, and you can see there's an LED here. If I shine it on our R2 here, you can see that that's blue. And if I put that through the photon blade, it's a very bright green. And I'm actually going to do this in the dark so that it really shows off the colors. You see, same color. So we've got our blue on this side, and then our photon blade. Now both these blades are thin walled. And even though this one is noticeably shorter, I just thought that was going to be easier for this video to do a comparison. But you can really see the color on my face and shirt compared to this. So let's go through some of the colors. So red, you'll notice red, there really does not look like there's any difference. And there's not supposed to be. So the photon green does not really do anything for red light nor green light. Really, it only activates with blue light and anything that's in the blue spectrum. White light has blue in it, so we're going to see that that's going to do a change. Now, what's cool about the red, though, is that this particular saber has a flash on flash. So if I hit that, and I'm going to take this off screen on purpose, you see that real bright white. But since that's white going through the photon blade, this comes off green. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's go to another color. So there's another blue, not too much of a difference. I think this is maybe a lighter blue, but it really has the same effect. Actually, lighter blues that I've noticed, which have both blue and green channels open, actually make a much brighter, more saturated green, because green goes through the photon blade just as well as any other color. So it makes it more saturated because it's got the blue light that's activating the photon effect and the green light that's adding even more green. So I like that. Let's move on to the next. So this is kind of a pink. I don't know if it really comes off on camera. I'm not a big fan of this color. Now this has 16 different color mixes. I'm not going to go through all of them, so let's keep scrolling. Well, I have to go through all of them, but I'm not going to focus on them. All right, so this is kind of a peach color, and that's giving kind of a, doesn't really show up on camera, but this looks orange because there's just enough blue in this to activate the photon effect, but it's mostly red coming through, so it kind of mixes together as an orange. It's like a starburst, so pink and orange. So this is white. We saw that with the flash on flash. Okay, so this is like a really bright, like pinkish purple, and it's really hard to capture this effect with a photon blade. Let's see if I can do this. I don't think I'm gonna, there we go. See how it actually has like a pink core and then green around the edge? That's because this particular color has pretty much max blue and red. So the photon blade wants to activate the blue light, but the red light still comes through. So on the camera it gets confused and it looks white, but it is kind of a watermelon-y effect. So that's kind of weird. Let's go to the next color. So this is kind of a pale blue-white. Again, not too different than the light blue we saw earlier. Again, another light blue. Not really sure why there's so many blues on this. Now, this is just regular green. So, green comes through in the photon blade, no different than a trans white blade. It looks kind of like the red where there's really no difference. Now here's a yellow. Now yellow, again, I don't know why, but yellow has a hard time coming off on camera. It looks white, but it is yellow. and to my eye, this is kind of a lemony yellow, whereas this is more of a banana yellow because the green kind of filters through a little bit more. So not too much of a difference, and really hard to capture on camera. This is a paler yellow. Now this is a more lavender purple, this is more edged towards blue, so similar to the kind of magenta purple that we had before, and this is more of an indigo. It still kind of has that watermelon-y effect, but not as pronounced because there's less red in this mix. And here's I'm not really sure what that color is, it's kind of lime green. And then we've got a blue-white, again, because it has blue light, even though it's white, it does edge over a little bit green. I think it's kind of a pinky white. And we're back to the blue. So I hope you guys enjoyed looking at that difference there. I think I might actually make this a two-parter because I do have red and blue day blades, and I want to show off how different colors of light will actually filter through a little bit differently. But for now, I hope you guys enjoy that comparison of a Photon blade with various different colors. May the Force be with you.